Let's get back to Matthew Moore in Paris with the latest on those attacks there.
Kamali, let's deal with what's happening politically today. It's a very important day. President Hollande will be addressing both chambers of Congress inside the Palace de Versailles. And with me to speak about that is a very prominent journalist from France, Christian Makarian, the editor of L'Express magazine. Thank you very much for joining us on this busy day. Let's start with the fact that France has now had a couple of days to reflect and to mourn what's happening. But now the atmosphere is turning more to questions about how the intelligence services allow this to happen, as it were, even though after Charlie Hebdo, 10 months ago, there were new laws introduced. So what is happening?
There is a problem with the intelligence services because these services are not connected. We know the past and the profile of some of these young men. But in a democracy, you cannot base your investigation only on suspicion. This is not legal. So this new kind of terrorism is questioning democracy directly. Can we allow democracy to have emergency laws that authorize the authorities to arrest people just on an idea? Or just on the suspicion that they could do something like they did? It's a key question. And there is inefficiency in the French services. I give you just an example. Only half of the returnees from Syria are under surveillance. The other half is absolutely free to go and to go back and to come back.
And why is that?
It's like that because we have no law, no legal status that authorize the authorities to arrest and.
But this is the great dilemma, isn't it, in a democracy? Freedoms and extreme intelligence, if you like, and surveillance. Now we are currently France.
Intelligence is one thing. Laws are another thing. Intelligence are more or less efficient. There is no doubt about that. The question is the judiciary system. The laws and the fact that we can arrest these people and question them and follow them in what they do or what they don't do, this is completely inefficient in France.
And currently France is in a state of emergency, which means that the police and other units of the government have extra powers. Hollande is going in front of the entire Congress in a couple of hours' time at the Versailles Palace. What do you think he's going to want from them? There's speculation that he's going to try to extend the state of emergency.
He's trying, first of all, to evaluate the degree of seriousness of this crisis. And he's going to address the parliament to let all the nation know that we need absolutely new laws, stronger laws against terrorism. This is not terrorism only; it's hyper-terrorism, and all the system, the judicial system we have is absolutely insufficient today. That's what he wants. The two chambers of the parliament, what we call the Congress, to understand and to transmit to the rest of the nation. We must now accept in a democracy, in an open democracy like France, special laws and special investigation methods.
And François Hollande is an extremely unpopular president, and he is trying to show that he is taking control. We've seen overnight raids, French Air Force bombing Daesh positions in Raqqa, and we've seen thousands of troops and extra police on the streets of Paris. Do you think he is going to be forced into a position where he changes his foreign policy, or is he now painted into a corner?
He is painted into a corner, clearly, diplomatically, but he has also a personal image. He looks like a weak man. That's the reputation he has in terms of public opinion. He wants to change this. And don't forget, we have a presidential election, which is very important in this country, in 2 years. So he knows that. And he wants absolutely to, in the last part of his mandate, to show that he is not the weak man he has the reputation to be. About diplomacy, we are in a corner because we are in a status of we are not in non-speaking terms with the Russian about Russia, because everything is focused on the personal status of Bashar al-Assad. So it's like talking about Syria, but let's talk first about Assad. And that's why we cannot find any kind of cooperation with the Russians. All the opposition now insist on the fact that we must build a stronger coalition with the Russian. And France is a weak part of the Western system.
Okay, Christian Makarian from L'Express magazine, thank you for your time. So Kamali, we will watch the political events today as they unfold, particularly that meeting between the President and the Congress. For now, though, back to you.
Matthew, thanks for that.